In this show, I will be playing your most rockin' music. Let's do it! Hello. Welcome to another episode of You Rock, show where you rock and I play your most rockin' music. Actually, this is, I believe, episode 20. Can you believe it's been 20 whole episodes of this show already? It's kind of hard to believe, but believe it because it's the truth. Let's say hello to whoever's here. Hello, GoreTeam85, what's up? Hello, H12. Hello, Dave Fox. Hello to Tremor Bear. Hello to Statistic. Hello, Cy Effin, one of the great moderators of the channel. Let's see who else. Hello to Billiam. I think I said hello to you already, Billiam. Anyway, hello again. Hello, Jade Star, another moderator. Very awesome and great fellow creator. And hello, Audible Video. And I'm sure, hello, Chris Peasy, how are you doing? I'm sure more people will be rolling in as the moments go on here, but yeah. So I want to start right up front, as I always like to do. And hello, LithiumVandaL, what's up? I want to thank the people who need to be thanked, and so right off the top, I'm going to give a very special thank you to the Lily Pillies. And Manny over there at the Lily Pillies made a very generous gift to the channel, and I thank him so much for that the other day. Thank you so much. You fucking rock. And if you want to make a donation to the channel as well, you're more than welcome to do so. The PayPal link is in the description, paypal.me/Thomas Christ Music. So, but I want to make sure to thank people right up front who deserve to be thanked. All right, cool. So, we're going to get started with this episode 20 of You Rock. And this first track that I'm going to play is right hot off the presses. Might be one of the newest songs out there. Let's see here. So, our good friend Alex Baccus has sent a track in, and the title of this song is You're Everywhere. And this is what he says. Hey, Tom and the You Rockers, here is my new tune, You're Everywhere. After producing some more chilled tracks during the last months, it was time to get back, or at least near, the dance floor again. It is, again, a GarageBand iOS production. All the best, Alex. And so Alex only wants a little bit of this played, so that's what we'll do, just 2 minutes. So let's check this out. I think I already have it queued up and ready to go. So let's get it up here. So this is You're Everywhere by Alex Baccus. To kick us off today on episode 20 of You Rock.
Anywhere
That was Alex Baccus with his latest track, "You Are Everywhere," and man, that's got a heck of a beat to it. I like that. I always love what Alex does with the samples. I think that's really super cool, and I think it's an infectious sort of dance beat. You could certainly get out there and cut a rug to that one in the club. Let's see what people had to say. LithiumVandaL says catchy. GoreTeam85 says really like those drums. H12 says love this track. Got a sub for me. Teeny Cough. I don't know if I said hello to you. Hello, Teeny Cough. That was really cool. And Statistic says the evolution of 90s dance. Dave says nice one, Alex. By the way, I wanted to say hello to I saw Deep Gravity in here. Hello, Deep Gravity. Hope you're doing well today. Very cool. Thank you, Alex Baccus, for that one. That's a great track, man. Cool stuff. All right. Well, we're gonna keep things moving right along. I've got a track in. So I like to try to get to Europe first. So Alex, of course, coming to us from Germany, but we've got one. Hello to Omna Collective Creativity. Says Alex song was a banger. So we've got one from Ukraine, and you may remember our good friend cjayho, and he's got a new one for us, and this one has a feature on it, featuring Rick Elmore, and title of the song is Downtown. And he says, new collaboration track written just today and published right now. And I think I did get this in just earlier this afternoon. Collaboration with Rick Elmore, my first attempt to write something similar to lo-fi. Sorry for non-YouTube link. DistroKid does not publish track to YouTube immediately. Yeah, certainly understand that. Original, not recreated by me. Track is here. Okay. Cool. So we'll check this out. I'm not familiar with Rick, but I'm very interested to hear what this sounds like. Sounds like we may have another kind of international collaboration on our hands, which is always really cool to see happen. Okay, cool. So we're over here in slaps.com, and we're gonna check this out from cjayho and featuring Rick Elmore. The song is Downtown. There we go. cjayho featuring Rick Elmore with Downtown, and that is a downtown sort of groove, isn't it? Like, just wanna go downtown and listen to that. It's kind of jazzy, even though even though it's electronic music. That doesn't mean that it doesn't have feeling. It can have feeling, and this one does, and it's very jazzy, and it's very like Statistics says, makes me want to smoke a cigarette, and I don't even smoke. Man, yeah, I get that feeling. Atmospheric AF, totally. And also Lithium says, makes me want to cruise LA at night in a blacked out old school Cadillac. Yeah, I can definitely feel that. And I can hear somebody rapping over this. I think that would work. It's almost like in the trip hop sort of vein. If you've ever listened to this like Portishead before, it's verging on that territory. That was mellow. Cy Effin says, nicely done. By the way, hello to Dominic Torregrossa. How are you? I hope you're having a great night tonight. I hope you're all doing well. We got a lot of cool music tonight, and a little teaser. We're going to end the show tonight with an updated and added to version of a song that we heard last week. So that's just a little teaser. Maybe you'll know what that means if you're in the know, and maybe you won't. But hello, Clint. Clint says, yeah, that was good. Caught it. All right, awesome. All right, let's see what we have next. Next, we're gonna be checking out the latest from Markus Kinell. Markus Kinell, of course, does the awesome instrumental music, and so he's got another epic instrumental track for us. So let's take a look, see what he says about this one called Callisto. He says, "Hi, it's that sweet again." Well, this was as all of my tunes recorded on my iPad. Not much to say about this one, just a short instrumental again. Hope you will like it. I happen to know for a fact that I certainly will, and I think everyone else will too. So let's get this party started here and check this one out. Markus Kinell. He's now naming his tunes, which is it's a new thing, a new leaf for 2022. He's got names for his songs, and I know it's hard to name instrumental tracks because what do you go from? It's just instrumental, but it's not just instrumental. It's fantastic. So let's take a listen to this Callisto by Markus Kinell. Man, that's a banger, man. That's a banger. It's got that just epic, larger than life kind of sound that Markus Kinell is so good at doing. The chugging guitars, but it's like I don't know. It's kind of like if you took like metal guitars, but you dressed them up in a tuxedo to go to a nice restaurant or a nice event or something. They're like they're fancy heavy metal guitars. If you know what I mean, I think you get that. And like of course, like all the programming and everything is done very well. The orchestral stuff, which isn't easy to do. It's pretty challenging to get the orchestral stuff to sound really well, and it's just everything is done so perfectly. So kudos to Markus Kinell, another fantastic track. As Cy Effin says here, look at that. We're in agreement on that. Statistics says, fuck yeah. Awesome. And Teeny Cough says that song's pretty epic. Hello to Wi-Fi is in the house. Who else have I not said hello to? Andy Dion. How are you? Hope you're doing well. And awesome. Yeah. Very cool. All right, cool. Let's see what we have next on the docket for today. Let's see. So somebody's back. And I, for one, am very happy to see this person back in our show again. It's been a little while since we've heard from Pagansong, but Pagansong is back in a big way, and let's take a look and see what Pagansong has sent to us for today. So the track is called The Temple, and Pagansong says, I used ancient instruments for this piece, as well as a fictional language for the chanting. I just love, this is the creativity that I've just come to expect and really appreciate from Pagansong. I play Skyrim. Now, see, this was video games. I don't know. But, and I like to imagine this is one of the songs you would hear in the temples there. Well, again, I have to take your word for that one. No idea, but this whole thing with fictional language and ancient temples, this is the kind of thing that I really dig, and I really find interesting and fascinating. So let's check out The Temple from Pagansong. Pagansong, back with the temple. And see, this is why I think Pagansong one of these days is going to be doing sound design, I think, for movies or video games. Because certainly Pagansong is into video games. We know that, and but this sound design work is just it's really jaw dropping, I think. The sound. So I'm kind of with on the collective creativity. It reminds me of Mongolian. See, I was thinking like something. Eastern, Southeast Asian, like almost Tibetan or something like that. It's the kind of thing, like, I would buy a CD of music like this just to kind of like sit and listen to and chill out. It's different and it's really interesting. And I just appreciate the heck out of, it's one thing to create a song in the way that I think of songs. So like you have a verse and a chorus, and you have melody and harmony and all the traditional drum tracks and things. And then you have something like this, which is just creating a whole atmosphere and a feeling. And that's something completely different. And it's a talent I have a lot of respect for. As Audible said, that's a talent for real. Gortium, cool talent indeed. It's something not everybody can do, and it's a different thing, I think, from creating traditional tracks like rock music or whatever. So really, really awesome, and glad to hear it from Pagansong. It's been a little while, but Pagansong's back, so very cool. All right, and I remember Pagansong was working on a cyberpunk album, so I hope that's still happening. Maybe we'll find out soon. Let's have to wait and see, I guess. All right, cool. So we're gonna go on to next track. Somebody who's always got interesting and awesome music for us is the mystery person Wilderfire, aka Wi-Fi, back with another track, and I apparently didn't put the right title in. I'll fix that. The actual title of the song, I'm going to have to get it off of the submission. Why do I have the wrong... Oh my goodness. I was trying to hurry up and do these titles, and for whatever reason, my Mac does not want to copy things properly. The song is called Love is Blind. That's the song. It's not actually just Wi-Fi's name again. So let me fix that real quick here, and there we go. That's gonna be a lot better, I think. So there it is. Love is Blind is the track, and Wi-Fi says love can be beautiful, love can be seductive, love can be blinding. Join Wi-Fi as he takes you to a darker side of the world of Wi-Fi with a song that will leave your eyes open, even if his heart is not. Interesting. All right, so let me get this link happening here. Let's get it over into YouTube and do all the things that we have to do. And let's take a listen to Love is Blind from Wi-Fi here on You Rock.
Glasses can compare to the blinders I've been using. White light shining in my face, I can find my place, regrouping from the trauma, left unnerving at the thought of knowing who I really was. I was lost inside the idea of you. No maps, no guides, handouts, feeling for a door to let me out, but it's wall after wall after wall. No mirrors and a panic, I can feel the dark screaming out. I love blind, your love is a wildfire, my love on the scope is out. Your love is a landmine. I love blind, your love is on high beam. All the night that you stole from me, I love is blind. Got her hand on the grip. Hot praise from a kid, hiding from the fighting parents, always finding ways to stay liquored up. Shoot straight to the chest, to those cold remarks. Deep cuts, crafted by the best. Too dumb to learn, too smart to forget. Finger on the trigger, hand on the pump. If you had one shot, you put a hole where my heart was. I love blind. Your love is a wildfire. My love has a scope. Your love is a landmine. I love blind. Your love is on a high beam. All the night that you stole from me. My love is blind. I love blind. Love blind. Love is blind. I love blind. Love blind. Love is blind.
There you go. And Wi-Fi has given us the map to the image that you saw at the top left is Zombie-Fi, top right is Rap-Fi. Rap-Fi making a return, because I think we've heard of Rap-Fi before. And the bottom left is Dark-Fi, and bottom right is I don't know what that is. Maybe that's just regular Wi-Fi. I don't know. But very cool. Fire. And man, so yeah, love is blind. That's a good thing. That's a good thing to keep in mind. Of course, the vocals are really well done. Oh, so I can't pronounce that, but it's Wi-Fi backwards. So there you go. Audible says got some nice sections. Good space in the arrangement. Yeah, I agree with that. There's definitely, some gaps in there and stuff. And it's kind of like, sometimes the space you don't fill is just as important as the space you do fill. So that can be key. And so Wi-Fi has used that negative space really well. Trevor Bear says Wi-Fi always rocks. And, it's pronounced F-U. If you. Okay. All right. Now I understand. All right. Okay. Got it. Teeny Cough says that was awesome. So yeah, I agree. The arrangement, the vocals, production, you know what to expect from Wi-Fi. We've heard it before, and we're hearing it again. So very, very, very cool. Yeah. And as Andy Dion said, it's what you don't say. And it's that you have to leave space so that the arrangement can breathe. It's very important. And so take a cue from Wi-Fi next time you're making your next track. Leave a little room, leave a little space. Don't just cram everything in there all the time, because that's not always the best way to do it. So thank you very much for that, Wi-Fi. Very cool. All right. Speaking of statistic, the statistics are in, and we've got it tracked from statistics. So this one is called Ex Machina. So let's see what statistic said about this one. Believe it's this one here. Yes. So he says, I have found that I get some of my most creative ideas around 3 a.m. Me and you both, Statistic. Me and Statistic are alike in a lot of ways, and then so this is just another one. So I locked myself in my studio with my synth and made a drum loop. Then layer after layer, it all came together. No vocals, just a mood. So this is an instrumental track. It's got a really cool video. I have seen this one before, and if you haven't seen this, I'll tell you what, you're in for a treat. I mean, you know the quality that Statistic always brings, and this is definitely one of his top efforts here, especially in terms of the video. So let's take a listen to this Ex Machina definitive version. I do like that. It's the definitive version. Here on You Rock. I wasn't sure if that was done or not. It was like coming back. Woo-wee. How about that? That is amazing. And just incredible. The video, so cool. And of course the song, people have said it in the chat, the kick drum. He said it was from his Roland JD XI. I think I've seen that before. Classic Roland keyboard, and it just destroys you, man. It's great. It just punches right through that mix. So that's fantastic. I need to find a sample of that one. I probably have it somewhere, but I have to look around. Anyway, man, yeah. And what is that girl doing? I'm not totally sure. It's like hacking, but she's got the virtual reality. This is obviously some sort of like futuristic kind of a thing happening, and the guy looks a little confused as to what's going on. That's a hell of a track. And then I love the build up too. It's got like, it starts off, it's kind of like, it boils a little bit, and then it just blows up. That kick and drums really kick in, and the guitars come in, and it just punches you in the face. So I like that one. And he says that was completed in one night. Wow. Really, really, really impressive. And but we've come to expect that from Statistic, and certainly look forward to. I do have a few more tracks from him that I'm gonna have to play, and definitely I'm gonna have to go check out his channel if you haven't. I put the link in the description. I do believe. Let me make sure I did. Yeah, I did. Definitely did. All right. So, and if you can't see, so what I do is as I play the tracks, I put the links in the description, but you might have to like refresh if you want to see it. Of course, they'll all be there at the end of the show. So if you want to go back and revisit stuff, and I think you definitely should. It'll all be there for you. So definitely don't forget to all these folks are working hard to make this amazing music, and what they'd really like, and I say it all the time, what they'd really like is just to have your support. So that's what this is all about, is, if you haven't heard from some of these folks before, some of these great artists, go and check out their stuff, go and check out their other music besides what gets played here today, and go and show them some support, because they definitely would appreciate it, I know. Because I'm also a musician myself, so I understand the struggle is real. The struggle is real. So, very cool. Thank you so much, Statistic. All right, we're going to go to next, Phantom Agents. I think Clint Kelleher in the chat here. Phantom Agents is the band, his band, and so this is the song that we were supposed to play last week. There was a mix-up with the title and the description. So this is the one that was supposed to be on last week. And so he was nice enough to send this one in. So we'll check this out and see what we've got. Let me find the entry here. It's should be in here someplace. Oh, this struggle is real too. All right, that's not the right one. This may be it. Yes, here we go. So this is, of course, the title of the song is James, and this is the tribute to James Brown. I hope it's correct this time. Sorry if I gave you the wrong thing last time. No, it's cool, because the track that you had was also cool. So we got to hear some extra different stuff, and that's always awesome. So, but this is the James Brown track. So let's check this on out. James Brown, a complicated fellow, made some great music. Also, maybe not the greatest human being all the time, but human beings are complex like that, I guess. I don't know what else to say. But anyway, let's take a listen to this. This is James by Phantom Agents, Clint Kelleher.
it! James Brown. Yo, what's your name? I'm James Brown. He will set our debts in your head. Brown to the J, to the A, to the M, to the E, S. Because I love your sound. As I'm starting to kick it in, you can really get to my sound. Gather around, crowd. It's the James Brown. Kick it in to the James sound. So we're going to Canada for stick. Brown. You should release those shackles. I will. Because I love your sound. Yeah. James Brown. Everyone listen to the James Brown. I'm James on the street. I will survive. I am alive. Yeah. I'm starting to kick it in. You can really get to my sound. Gather around, crowd. It's the James Brown. Jamestown. As they listen to James Brown. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can listen to me at church. It won't be burnt. They love my sound. So the James sound. From the Monday to the Sunday. I'm kicking it. Waiting for the payday. I still will. Don't come to my funeral. I'm still alive. From the east to the west to the coast. You will not hate. I'm also in the Free State. Cross the USA. Yeah! I'm starting to kick it in. You can really get to my sound. What's your name? Gather around, crowd. It's the James Brown. It's the James Brown. James Brown in the Canada Free State. Brown. Oh, you clowns. Respect the silent one. On the payphone. Respect the speak neck. Respect the news set. Practice release those loud no shot. I'm starting to get our rhythm now. I'm James Brown. James to the A, to the M, to the 4S. What's that sound? That's me. I'm James Brown. I'm still alive. There's another song that said I was dead. It's in your head. Just listen to me. Listen to James Brown. It's James Brown. James.
Ow! that was James by Phantom Agents, and man, that brings the funk, doesn't it? Hell yeah, that was really 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 great. And it's got that James Brown vibe. People are talking about James Brown in concert. Phantom Agents saw the guy 3 times, best tightest band I ever saw, and Russ said James Brown in concert was awesome. Yeah, I mean the guy. You can't argue with the results for sure. You know, the guy behind the scenes, he was a different guy, and part of the reason why the live show was so good was because if anybody made a mistake, he kept note of it, and he got back to people afterwards, and I guess he was a bit of a taskmaster, that guy. But again, the results, can't argue with them. Get on the scene like a sex machine. That's my favorite one. I love that one. But yeah, that was tremendous. Yeah, I fined him $50, maybe more than that. I don't know. But hello to Dan Eckberg. He said, when I think of James, it's James Hetfield. Yeah, yo-ho. That's a terrible James Hetfield impression. That's what you get this time of day, I guess. And hello, I want to say there was somebody else I haven't said hello to. Hello to Michael, aka Zland. Don't know if I said hello to you. Hello, Douglas Halliday. How are you? Hello to Slickterio. What's up? How are you doing? Anybody else? I think I got everyone. Anyway. So yeah, that was Dynamite. Slickterio's got it right right there. Key change at the end was really good. Absolutely. So, there you go. Thank you so much for that. Phantom Agents. So we finally did get to hear the James Brown song after all. Speaking of Michael, aka Zland, we got a track from him. Michael, aka Zland. This one's called A Hard Rock to Crack. And let's check and see what the dealio is with this one. Let's see here. Let me find it. It's right around here somewhere. Okay. There it is. Michael, a.k.a. Zland, with the song A Hard Rock to Crack. Nothing much to say about this one. It's just a hard rock to crack. I love it. Fantastic. All right, let's get this thing happening. And get this going. Here we go. This is Michael, aka Zland, with A Hard Rock to Crack. Michael, aka Zland, with his track Hard Rock to Crack. And I'll tell you what, Michael has really, every week he's been working on this more of a rock sound, and I think he just keeps getting better at it, and it certainly shows in this track. The guitar work, really well done. It's really very sort of a cohesive sort of a thing, and it's just got a good feel to it. It's got really great changes, as Clint Kelleher says, and I thought the video was just amazingly cool. This is that kind of like slow walk of this astronaut, and then the snake. Phantom Agents wanted to know if that was a biblical reference. I have no idea if it is or not. I guess it always could be. But it's really well done, because Michael. So I've heard Michael's music for a really, really, really long time. Because from Pete's YML show, and so I've seen this kind of evolution, because a lot of his older stuff, I think, was more kind of synth-based and orchestral instruments and things like that. And as time has gone on, he's incorporated more sort of rock music and everything. So, and again, I just think it's really, really well done and really well produced, and keeps your interest. And then... yeah, just really, really fantastic job. Audible Video points out snakes existed before the Bible, and that is certainly true. Snakes existed before human beings. I will also say that. So statistics says that clean guitar tone was nice and smooth. So absolutely, like these guitar tones just keep getting better and are really fantastic. Audible says snakes are good. Yeah, they're good. They're good for some things. Maybe you don't, certain ones you don't want to run across, but snakes won't hurt you except the venomous ones, which actually a very small percentage of snakes are venomous. So just avoid the vipers and things like that, and you should be all right. Anyway, very cool. Thank you, Michael, aka Zland. Always producing awesome music. And Chris Peasy points out volcanoes existed before snakes. That is also true. MFing snake on a plane. Snakes on a plane. I am tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. But snakes are always good in videos, though. You can have them. There's a few channels I watch that... Actually, there are guys who keep snakes, even venomous ones, and it's very interesting to watch. I'm glad I'm not there, but if somebody else wants to have venomous snakes and take care of them and put them on YouTube for us to look at, I'm all for that, and I'll watch them. That's great. That's about as close as I want to get. Anyway, so and while I'm making talking about things that I like to watch and consume, so I have to make another recommendation today, because I like to tell you about cool stuff that I find out about. Nobody's telling me to say this, and I'm just saying it because I found something cool and I think you should know about it. So you may remember on You Rock, I mentioned the POD cast with a K, P period O period D period cast with a K. There is a really cool podcast about nu metal, and they take and look at different nu metal albums. There's another one, and it might be the only other one, I'm not sure. There's one called The Roach Coach. So that's another one, and I was listening. I hadn't listened to that one before. Listened to it today. I was in hysterics. This podcast is just hilarious. And they were taking the piss out of an album that I love, but that's okay because it was really funny. So that's another one you can check out if you like to listen to podcasts and are looking for an interesting podcast about nu metal, which isn't too common. But man, I really, really, really loved it. It's fantastic. But enough about podcasts. This isn't the podcast hour. This is You Rock, and I digress a little too much. And by the way, hello to HappyRon. How are you, HappyRon? I think I saw a Pagansong a little bit ago. Hello, Pagansong. I don't want to miss Pagansong either, because we played Pagansong's track a little earlier, and that was fantastic. So, hello, Pagansong. All right, so let's go to this next track. So now we're getting into my territory. And so that means, we already had a little bit of kind of, the industrial sort of metal thing from Statistic. We've got a little bit more, and this is, of course, LithiumVandaL. LithiumVandaL just kind of became aware of LithiumVandaL very recently, and he's doing some super cool industrial, electronic, cold wave, dark wave sort of stuff. So let's see what LithiumVandaL has for us this week. So this week is a track called Forced Vision. And he says, "Hey Thomas, this is a new track, just finished Monday." So that's today is Wednesday, so that was about 2 days ago. It's more of a heavier and aggressive song compared to the last few you've played. So hopefully your ears perked up when you read that. Definitely did. And the group enjoy it. If I can give at least one person stank face with this one, then I'll be happy. Here's to another great show. Chris, aka LithiumVandaL, and the genre is EBM, darkwave, industrial, and sextronic. So that's definitely the kind of thing that I like to listen to, for sure. One of the things. I mean, I listen to everything really, but let's take a listen to this. This is really cool. I actually did check this out earlier. Forced Vision from LithiumVandaL.
Small detail of the room. My senses increased 1,000-fold, and I began to see things I had never noticed before.
LithiumVandaL with Forced Vision. That was sick. That was fucking sick, man. Holy crap. How about so we talked about the kick drum in Statistics song. This one's another one with the great kick drum. Very important for this style of music to have that pounding sort of kick drum. And there's like synths and stuff. The programming, really cool. I like the logo too. LithiumVandaL got a little bit of a logo going on. It's pretty cool. I hadn't noticed that before. Maybe it was there before. I don't know. But thumbs up from you get the thumbs up from me. I gotta be honest. I almost made this the halftime headbang, and the only reason I didn't was because there's no guitars in it, and that I might offend the metal people if I do that. But hell yeah, I mean that's some great stuff. Russ says very Belgium new beat. Now we're getting into terminology that I'm not as familiar with, but yeah, it's just super cool stuff. Yeah, and so I think I've just in the short time I've known LithiumVandaL, the quality level has gone from great to even better. So it just keeps getting better, and that's really cool to see the progression and just the awesomeness for sure. By the way, hello Dan Eckberg. I think I missed you earlier, and I'm not sure if I said hello to Tremor Bear. Hello Tremor Bear. I think he's driving right now. Pagansong says badass. And Dan Eckberg says Lords of Acid for sure. Yeah, definitely like Lords of Acid, KMFDM. That's kind of where I was headed with that one mentally, I think too. No, we really appreciate you sending this in, LithiumVandaL, because yeah, we always need more industrial music for sure, or at least I do. Anyway, awesome. Keep up the great work. And I know you will. All right, so keeping in a probably a similar vein, maybe a little different. Let's check out the latest from our good friend Russ8889. He sends us this one, Robochopped. So let's see what Russ says about this one. All right, there we go. Hello Tom. A track I made on my iPad 2 some years ago in Buffalo when I saw this film at the show, so I made a track off the back of it. Never played the video anywhere, and this sits on my YouTube channel from last year when I finally made a video and had the track mastered by Jade Star. All the best, Russ. Well, Russ, I hope you are doing well, and we're going to check this one out. Just from the title, it sounds like it's going to be really, really cool. And so the iPad 2, I mean, I think my first iPad might have been an iPad 2. That's going back a ways, but it just goes to show you can use what you've got and create some really awesome stuff. Hey, there's Samuel L. Jackson. So that's we're just talking about snakes on a plane. Anyway, let's take a listen to this. Robochopped from Russ 8889.
Revolution. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Suit is this? It's not a suit, it's you. What the hell did you do to me?
What kind of life will he have? Robocop, back up, Robocop. This is the future.
When the machine fights, the system releases signals into Alex's brain, making him think he's in control. But he's not. It's the illusion.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
He suffered fourth-degree burns over 80% of his body. If he survives,
Dead or alive.
This is the future.
It's you. What the hell did you do to me? Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
That was Russ, 8889 with Robochopped. And, before I saw this video, I had almost forgot that they made a new Robocop a couple years ago. I guess they did. Obviously, they did. I forgot about it. I know I saw one. I don't know if there's two of them, maybe back in the 80s. I saw one of the original ones, probably just the first one. I don't know, but that was really cool. That bass line was really, really heavy. I like that. And as LithiumVandaL says, it reminds him of old Ministry, and so that's the thing that I've been trying to say for a while, that the differences between like this kind of techno and some of the industrial music really isn't all that much. So I think people get scared. They hear industrial music and they get scared, but like it's not all that different from some techno music. It's kind of very similar. Just a little bit of a different feel maybe, but yeah. Statistics says it wasn't that bad of a remake. The thing with RoboCop, I always remember, was there was a Nintendo game. And I know I say, like, I don't play video games, but I did play Nintendo. There was a Robochopped Nintendo game. And you used to have to shoot all these, it's kind of horrible. You had to shoot all these dogs, and you would shoot them, and they go, ew, ew. I don't know if anybody remembers playing that game. I don't think it was a very good game, but I do remember that. Audible says a whole Hollywood movie distilled to under 5 minutes. So yeah, you almost don't have to see the movie now. You got the Russ version, and that kind of gives you the gist of it. And Russ says, I love the original film more. See, I agree, and I just kind of think I see this stuff with the CGI and everything, and it kind of looks to me sometimes a little bit like a video game, and I really miss the old, they'll never do movies the way they did because the expense of it would just be too much, and compared to what they can do, they can bang this stuff out with CGI, and it's probably saves them millions of dollars. And also, like, especially now with the way the world is, like, movies aren't making that much money, so I don't know that we're gonna see like the kind of creative sort of actual live action movies the way that they used to make them. Now they just use this CGI stuff, but it just looks weird to me sometimes. I don't know. I guess if you go watch a lot of those movies, I think that's why they're not as appealing to me personally. But Dan remembers the old Nintendo movie video games were always bad. Yeah, definitely. Although not as bad as the maybe the worst movie video game in history. Could be a toss up between the Ghostbusters Nintendo, that was really bad, and the one I was thinking of was the E.T. video game for the Atari, which they literally put into, like, they buried it in the ground and, like, covered it with cement or something. This is terrible. Dominic says, I was a big fan of Skinny Puppy, KMFDM, Mussolini Headkick, Ministry, and My Life with a Thrill Kill Call. Fucking great band back in the day. Very cool. Yeah, I like pretty much all those, I think. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Russ. Always got cool stuff. And so it was made on the iPad 2. I betcha it was maybe done in the original Nano Studio app. Russ can correct me if I'm wrong there, but it just goes to show, like, you just use the tools you have. I know Pete Johns says it all the time, and I say it. Just use what you have, and you can create awesome stuff. So, there you go. Chris Peasy said, TKK, hell yeah. Yeah. America's most dangerous cult. Alright, so it is that time. It is that time. Yes, it was the original Nano Studio. It is that time of the show where we put our horns up and we play our halftime headbang. So, and the halftime headbang for us this week comes to us from Canada, and it is our friends No Arrow, and they sent us this track, Sika, and let me bring up the description of this. I think it's this one. Yes. All right. So the track is called Sika. All right. This is what they say. And this was the first song we came up with. At first, our drummer was supposed to be the second guitar player, but anyone we tried wasn't a good fit. And one day, he just got behind the kit and was messing around. And the main riff for this song just kind of happened out of nowhere, so we settled on him being the drummer and the band being a three-piece. And he resented it from day one, if that explains anything. This was just called the song for about a month or 6. Don't really know what Sika is or means, but if you look it up, I guess it's some sort of meditation state or some shit like that. Anyways, if you ask the drummer, he doesn't call it that. He thinks the title doesn't fit the song and it should be called Pitchmaster instead. Another chapter in the history of him wanting to change song titles, even though he never wrote the actual song, claims he has part ownership since he, quote, wrote the drum beats. Yeah, drummers can be Drummers can be a pain sometimes with that stuff. He made a site once. My apologies to drummers out there. He made a site once with all our songs uploaded with titles changed to whatever his liking was, and promoting selling his version of our CD with mixes he spun up himself on Audacity or some shit while I wasn't even living in town and the band was long split up. Everything was different except the artwork and band's name being No Arrow. He even changed Genocide Revealing Part 1 to just Genocide and Part 2 to just Revealing because he thought that made more sense, and yet he was fine leaving one title called The Pissing Song. That was his mindset, if that explains anything. Anyways, hope you got my email. I actually did, and more to come, stay tuned. Alright, cool. So, all that to say, this is our halftime headbang. Hope you followed all that. But this is a really cool track. A little bit of a grunge feel to it. But this is Sika by No Arrow. There you go, our halftime headbang. No arrow with Sika. Very man, that's so raw. That's what I love about it. It's so raw. It's got that like grunge and a little bit metal, a little bit grunge feel. The live sort of performance definitely feels like it was recorded live. Real drums. I know Glenn Fricker would be so happy. There's real drums in there. You got the feedback and everything. As somebody said, I want to find it because it was a really good comment. Statistic. I feel like I just walked into a club and this band is on stage. I can almost smell the beer. It definitely takes me there. Yeah, that was the feeling I got from it too. Dan Eckberg says parts of this remind me of Snapcase. Not familiar with that one, but I'll have to take your word for it. Throws drumsticks, jumps into the drum set. Yeah, you light the drum set on fire at the end of that one. That's you end the show with that one, and that was their first song. Everybody. So whatever conflicts they may have had, and it sounds like they had a few, but they were able to make good music. That's for sure. And Statistics says the ringing is how you know you played a kick-ass show. Yep, absolutely. Gortium says rock on. Andy Dion says that was awesome. No arrow. And yeah, everybody's digging it. Wayek was in the band. Last time I counted 13 pedals, I think. I think Gortium was in it too. A couple of the folks that are in here. Andy Dion digging it. So yeah, that was hell of a track, guys. So No Arrow. I got a bunch of No Arrow tracks, so we'll be listening to them over the next few shows. But that's definitely worthy of the halftime headbang right there. Very cool. All right, we're gonna move on now from that. If you can imagine following that. But follow we shall with this one. And this one is by our friend H12. So sends us this one called Tunnels. So let's take a look and see what's cooking with this one. There it is. Okay. So title of the song is Tunnels. I make psychedelic bass music with FL Studio 20 and an Akai MPC. Well, the Akai MPC, always a classic. I used to use FL Studio, as people who have been around a while know. Yeah, FL Studio, there are still things, like I was just working on something the other day, and there's still stuff in FL Studio that I miss, and so I may have to get a somewhat limited version of it for the, I may have to get it for the M1, for the Mac, because I could probably use that in conjunction with Logic. I think that would be pretty cool. But anyway, let's take a listen to this track from H12. This is Tunnels here on You Rock.
You give me tunnel vision. I got that tunnel vision. You give me tunnel vision. You give me tunnel vision. I got that tunnel vision. You give me tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. You give me tunnel vision. I got that tunnel vision. You give me tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. tunnel vision. You give me tunnel vision. I got that tunnel vision. You give me tunnel vision. That tunnel vision. You give me. You give me. You give me. I got that tunnel vision. That tunnel vision.
That was Tunnels by H12. I thought that was, I agree with LithiumVandaL. I think the production on that was just fantastic. The bass sounds, the kind of, the way things sort of swirl in and out. I thought that was really stupendous. Stupendous. There's a word you don't use very often, but I think it applies on this track. Anyway, yeah, that was really cool. And it's got that modern kind of EDM sort of production, and yeah, I think that would. There's another one that there's a few tracks we've played today. Certainly like Russ's and LithiumVandaL's and Alex Baccus, a few other ones that we've heard that would go over well in a club, and I think this one would too. As well. Statistics says very creative use of sounds and breaks really makes this song jump. And hello, Jerry Gomes, by the way, how are you doing? Loves all the different layers. Teeny Cough says that's stuck in my head now, lol. And yeah, so thank you so much. There's H12. Go and check out his channel. I put the link. Did I put the link? Yeah, the link is in there. So go and check out H12, making some really cool EDM dance music, really awesome. Thank you for that. By the way, and you know, we need to have a little commercial break here, because if you want to get your track played on this show, it can happen. It's actually possible. I know some people may have different theories about that, but I can tell you that it is possible to get your song on this show. And this is the way you do it right here. bit.ly/YouRockSubmit. You can find that in the description of this video. And all you do is you fill out the simple Google form that it takes you to, and your track will be on the next episode of You Rock. So that's it's a great thing to do if you got something that you want other people to hear, be it new, be it old. And you know, we like, of course, now, you know, I do like to put a focus and an emphasis on metal and certain types of electronica, but we'll listen to just about anything. So if you made it, you're an independent home studio musician, especially, we will definitely give it a listen. I'll play it on the show. So send it in bit.ly/YouRockSubmit. And if you're digging the show, if you like the show, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss another show. Dominic Torregross said, last video I submitted, I had to give my social security number. I don't think that was this show. That might have been somebody else. I don't know. But yeah. just do that and do the subscribe-y thing and do the like and all that and share. Sharing is Karen, and so LithiumVandaL says, except pop country, right, Thomas? Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what. You send it in, we'll check it out. Yeah. I'll leave it there. Anyway, so we're excited to hear your music. So because that's what this is all about. Be prepared to give up your firstborn. Yeah, just the firstborn child. Some people ask, like, I know some of the other channels around, like, they want you to give like 3 kids. You know what I mean? You might not even have 3. I just want the firstborn. That's it. I didn't think that was too much, really. Sharon equals Karen. Exactly. All right, cool. Enough of that. Let's go on to the next one, because we still got a lot of awesome music to listen to. So the next one actually is this guy right here, Dominic Torregrossa, John Dominic, and he sends us this track called Time/Past. Time/Past, and let's see what the deal is about this track. There it is. Okay. So Time/Past. Hello, Tom and the You Rock crew. I have new songs in the works, but for now, here's a song I recorded at a studio in Long Island, New York in 1992. All that remains is a 128 kilobyte MP3 of the original master. Oh, wow. Back then, I was working fairly steadily as a performing singer/songwriter. I booked some studio time to make some CDs to sell at shows. Time/Past is 2 ideas joined together. The end guitar instrumental is what I first came up with, but it was difficult to fit into a live set. I built the rest with that in mind. The engineer, don't remember his name, made the beat, mixing, and mastering. Desperate for YouTube content, I made the accompanying video. I hope you enjoy it. And so this one actually is not a home studio recording. I will make that clear. Of course, back in 1992, you didn't have the options to do that you have today. You pretty much had 4-track tape recorders, and that was about it. So it's pretty amazing what we can do nowadays. We don't have to rely on the studios and the engineers and stuff, although they do great work. And if you're inclined, you should certainly do that if it makes sense for you. But you can do a lot of stuff at home these days. But this is from way back in 1992 when studios were a bit more relevant probably than they are today. And so this is Time/Past by John Dominic here on You Rock.
kind of different when we fall. Like vines in gardens that wither in the cold. A second chapter will begin. Time is a picture hanging on my wall. Or are we all too late? Ran to the future, but we could not heal the pain. I am staring at the sun. Time passed between us when I look beyond.
John Dominic with his track Time/Past. Man, that was a cool track. I was getting somebody in here said Neil Young, and I definitely felt a Neil Young vibe from this, but I also think maybe REM, and even I would say in the vocals a little bit of Smashing Pumpkins. I think I can hear all that in there. The guitar playing was really good. I like like that outro, as many people had said. The lyrics were really cool. This is the kind of thing that, even though I'm like a metal guy and an industrial guy, this is definitely the kind of thing I would listen to. And I've even, I have a few songs that are in that direction, maybe. So it's definitely something cool. I like it. The one thing that was like throwing me off with it, there's something weird with the stereo image in this, where I started playing it. The first time I played it, I'm like, it was like coming more through one channel than the other, and it was like, is my balance off or something? There's something that's a little bit like off with the stereo imaging, and but it makes it interesting though. I don't know what they did when they recorded that made it like that, but maybe there were two microphones or something on the guitars. I'm not sure, but it's a really great song, fantastic song, cool recording. Maybe it's also. You had mentioned in the description that it was all you had was that 128 kilobyte MP3, so maybe that has something to do with it. I really don't know, but Dominic says, I stopped playing electric guitar in the late 80s and only started again when the virus hit. Yeah, a lot of people have come out, and see, now you can do... we were pretty stoned in the studio. See, well, that's cool. See, my experience with, first of all, I'll say with my experience with recording studios, and I actually did have the opportunity to do a little recording in a studio at one point, and I felt like it was the most alien environment to create music in, and to perform in. It's just like you go into this really clinical, like an office kind of a environment, and then it's like, okay, now and it takes a long time for them to set everything up because they got to do all their fancy stuff, and then they're like, okay, now perform, now be creative, and it's like the furthest thing from your mind. That was my experience. Like, I think if I were in a more chill environment like this, probably would have been a little different, but yeah. But anyway, so that was super cool, super awesome. But yeah, I was saying a lot of people since the thing happened, the happening, we'll just call it that. A lot of people have gotten into music again, that have given it up and or had given it up, and so that was maybe like you gotta try to take the silver lining from bad situations, and it was, the good thing is that people are back to creating music again. People that had abandoned it at one point for a variety of reasons back into doing it. Phantom Agents has got to move fast in a studio, burning money. But Dominic says that it wasn't that kind of studio. It was built in his mom's garage. So if it's like a friend or something, I think that changes the dynamic, rather than where you're like paying money to go in, sit with a bunch of strangers. Which this was my experience. You sit with a bunch of strangers in this clinical office kind of environment, and then you're expected to create music and do it. Well, I wasn't in a situation where I was on a time schedule. It was part of I actually went to a it was like a week long kind of a rock and roll camp sort of a thing that was put on locally. And we got to hang out in the studio, and I recorded part of a track. I don't think I ever finished the entire track, but I also recorded with the other people that were there. We did a collaboration, and so it was that was the environment I was in. But I was just thinking, like, while I was there, and it was part of like the camp experience that you got to record. But if I was paying for this would be a really awkward way to create music. And of course they use like Pro Tools, and this was like, almost 15 years ago or so. They're using like Pro Tools and stuff, and I was using FL Studio, and it was just I don't know. I thought, like, if I had to pay for this, it'd be kind of weird. And I'm not sure that the result would be all that great. Dominic says, I paid $25 an hour and brought the weed. Well, there you go. That's the way to do it. That's the ideal. I think even back then, this place, if you actually like bought studio time, you paid more than that. Anyway, very cool. Very cool. And it's awesome to see where people came from. Cool to see the roots. So we're going to go to this next one. Always a favorite on the channel. 15th Bend. We got some new 15th Bend to check out. And let's see what 15th Bend says about this track, Retronica. Retronica is the title. And so they say, Retronica, sorry, hi Thomas. Sorry for a late submission yet again. Just uploaded this a few hours ago and wanted to submit it in case there's still a spot this week on your episode. Well, you were in luck. This track was more of an experiment for me, as I wanted to try a retro/synthwave track, but obviously with some guitar. Hope you enjoy. Keep rocking. Alright, cool. So, this may be a little bit of an experimental type of a thing for 15th Bend. Doing something a little bit more retro kind of synthwave. So let's take a listen and a look at this. And I think this is going to be really interesting and really cool. So, Retronica by 15th Bend. "15th Bend, Retronica." That was cool. Yeah, I think that boombox works better than the ones that I've came in contact with recently. most of those boomboxes from the 80s don't play anymore. The belts are all messed up, and unless you know how to fix belts, you're probably not going to get too many working boomboxes these days. But 15th Bend found one. By the way, you can get that boombox if you're a DistroKid member. That's one of the things from DistroKid. So you can upload your track to DistroKid, and then they have variety of ways that you can present your song in a video, and that's one of the options there. So if you have DistroKid, you can actually use that boombox thing. It's pretty cool. Anyway, man, what a fantastic track. Got a little bit of like an 80s vibe, synthwave vibe to it, but still, as some people are saying, as Dan says here, it's still 15th Bend guitar in there. Billiam James says another killer tune from the legend 15th Bend. And let's see, what else? Jerry Gomes says, just think his teacher said he would never get beyond the 12th bend. And LithiumVandaL says 127 bends in that song. Yeah, I think there's a few more bends in there than 15. But you know what to expect from 15th Bend. He's a wizard with that guitar, virtuoso kind of guitar playing there, and the track was cool and it was different. With that 80s and synthwave feel, and I thought it was really well produced, and the programming and everything was really good. So it gives it a different vibe, but that's what you got to do: mix things up and try new things, and but always figure out and if you can do what 15th Bend does, you figure out your thing that you do really well, that you have to have in every song. So for 15th Bend, it's the guitar. But for you, it may be something different. Maybe it's vocals or some kind of vocalistic style. Good night, Statistic. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight and for the cool track as usual. But yeah, so find what you're good at. Focus on that. Always make that a part of what you do, but then change the other things around it. So that's what 15th Bend does, and we can all, I think, learn from that and apply that to what we do. The hardest thing is to just figure out what your thing is. What is the one thing that makes you unique and makes you recognizable. You can say, oh yeah, that's 15th Bend, or that's Statistic, or that's LithiumVandaL. You got to figure that thing out, and then you can play around with changing. I keep bumping this stupid thing. You can keep changing the things, the other elements of your production and styles and things, just like he did there with this track Retronica. So that was very cool. Thank you so much, 15th Bend. Always awesome to hear from 15th Bend. All right, so we've got somebody back that we haven't heard from in a little while, and there's a person associated with this band here in the chat. So we're going to check out another track from Man Feelings. This one has a feature. It's featuring Nora Boyer. So let's check out and see what the 411 is on this track. Let me see. There it is. Feature. Okay. Cool. All right. So this is When You Win, You Win Ugly. And when I saw that, I thought of they're out now, but the my team is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think that applied to their season this year. When they won ugly, and so I can that made me think of that. But yeah, I think we can all kind of relate to that at times in our lives. But you know what? You'd rather win than lose, right? This is one of the rare times we brought another performer to join Man Feelings for one of our recordings. That's really all they say. So let's check this out. I know we all were really digging Man Feelings. Billiam James, I believe, the keyboard player in this one. So let's check this on out. I'm gonna get this in here into the stream, and let's check out When You Win, You Win Ugly by Man Feelings, featuring Nora Boyer.
Look out, Johnny's got that gun. Your time is up, so run, 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 run. Look out, she's a debutante. She just won. Wow, 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 wow. Hey, girl, he's a millionaire. He's got the right to stare, 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 stare. When you win, you can choose some of the
All right, that was Man Feelings featuring Nora Boyer. When you win ugly. And Teeny Cough saying the guest singer is my sister. Very cool. So Pagansong loves it. Russ likes the Man Feelings, and I think everybody's digging it. Thank you so much, Billiam, for sending that in. I think it's got like... it almost made me think of like 70s like stoner rock kind of a thing, even like 60s psychedelic rock, somewhere in there, 60s, 70s. It's got a little bit of that vibe to it. I like the organ playing in there. I thought that was cool. That was Billiam. So nice job with that. And of course the vocals were really good, really well done by Nora there, and I guess also the regular singer. I don't know who that is, but yeah, everybody did fantastic job on that track. So really liked it. Thank you so much. Can't wait to hear more from Man Feelings. I love the name of the band too. It's just fun to say, Man Feelings, isn't it? Anyway, all right, we're gonna stay in the Canada region of the world. And we're going to check out this one. We haven't heard this band before, but we've heard the artist associated with it. And so this one is The Din with the track Missing. And so this is our buddy Mike Haggith, way up there in the frozen north. Let's see what he has to say. So track is again called Missing. Hey Thomas and everyone in the chat. Mike Haggith here. The Din was my band in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario from 2015 to 2017, and I wrote the track Missing for our second and final studio album, Suburban Dream. It's about coming to terms with unrequited love, taking off the rose-colored glasses, and learning to move forward. If you want to learn more about the Din or hear more from the band, please let me know, and check out the band section of www.mikehaggith.com. Which he's got a great little website there if you haven't been over there. So check out mikehaggith.com. But we're going to check out this track from his previous band, The Din. And we're going to see what the deal is with The Din. Here we go. This is Missing by The Din here on You Rock.
One's talking backwards, the next one's got it much worse. The third one clings to her ideals. The fourth one says she loves me. The fifth one's lost her car keys. And the sixth one thinks she lives in a dream. Here I am waiting on your reply, and I'm wondering how this is gonna run. And I've noticed that our time is soaring high, but all the pain goes missing as soon as I start kissing. Point of view. Sometimes we lose direction when all we need is protection. So I'll light the way, but I won't need. Hard times may befall you, distractions may enthrall you. Just rest your eyes and try not to fret. first one's talking backwards, the next one's got it much worse, the third one clings to her ideal.
All right, that was Missing from The Din with Mike Haggith. By the way, hello, Jenny Jolivet. Good to see you here. And HappyRon. We got HappyRon coming up in just a little bit, so stay tuned for that. Jenny says amazing. I don't know. I tell you what, Wayek and Gortium got so many inside jokes. They got more inside jokes than a comedy club. I'll tell you that. But that was fantastic. Some great indie rock music. Just plain and simple indie rock music. Another one that you could hear how that would be really awesome live. That would be great live, and we've got some great little like guitar melodies going on and stuff, and of course the vocals are really well done. Slick Terrio says Mike is a really smart and clever songwriter. Here's some Elvis Costello influence. Absolutely. Wayx says, I thought I left voluntarily because half my shirt was on fire. Yeah. Mike and I'll go back to Omni Collective Creativity. It says he makes good pop rock music, and that's kind of like the vibe I've been getting, and it's really impressive. Really, really, really impressive songwriting and singing and performance all just comes together into this great little like indie rock package. So that's cool. And so Gortium says, we got drunk one night and he literally passed out with the smoke and lit my chair on fire. Oh no. William says, no, he set your shirt on fire so you would leave. You guys had some wild times, man. I can't compete with that. I really can't. But super cool. Thank you so much, Mike Haggith. And again, MikeHaggith.com. You can check all this out, and I think you can get the CDs too. So do yourself a favor and check that on out. All right, cool. So we are going to get to HappyRon. Before we do that, though, we got a track from. Sure, you all are familiar with L'Oreality Arts, Leela, and she has a band called Sunshine at Midnight, and she sends us this song, "Simple Things Sail Away." So let's see what's going on with this song. You can tell when it gets later in the show and I start to not have words to say. But I'm gonna keep going here because we got lots of cool music to play. So Sunshine at Midnight is the artist, and title of the song, "Simple Things Sail Away," and this is what they say about it. The keyboard player for my cover band wrote the music in 2020 and asked me to write some cheerful lyrics because, quote, we all need that. This is just a demo as we haven't had a chance to record into a DAW. This is his stuff recorded with his iPhone in the living room, and I just popped in my vocals and some rhythm. So we're going to check this out over on the SoundCloud. And by the way, before I do that, Jerry Gomes asked an interesting question. So I'm gonna bring this up. So he asked if so many great solo songs, do you have any old bands that you were in that we haven't heard yet? There was only one, and it was called Weep, and it was with some guys that I knew from college. Well, actually, the guy that played guitar for me was in it, and then there was another guy that I had class with when I was in college, and it was like this really slow, doomy metal, sludgy kind of thing. And it was this guy, Stan was his name, and he wrote all the lyrics and stuff, and I played keyboards, and then my guitar player Jeremiah and I So I think the guy that I knew, so Stan played bass and then Jeremiah played guitar, and we made recordings, and it was just on a camera, like just a handheld camcorder, and I ripped the audio off of there from our band practices, and yeah, there was only 4 songs, so maybe one of these days, that's on my PC. I'll have to get that into a format where we can listen to it. Maybe I'll play some of that at some point. But right now we're going to listen to this track from what was it? Sunshine at Midnight, featuring Leela, Reality, that you all know. So let's take a listen to this. So this is a cover band, but this is not a cover, so this is an original song. So I don't know if they're a cover band anymore. I think they're originals now, because they got an original song. And let me make sure I have the autoplay off. Of course, that didn't matter last time. Hopefully it works this time. So, Simple Things Sail Away by Sunshine at Midnight.
Open my eyes to greet the morning on a sunny or cloudy day. All I need is right here with me. Everything's gonna be okay. Sipping tea, I eat my breakfast. Have a laugh as I check my phone. Set a course for new adventure. I'm happy to be alone in my floating home. Feel the waves fall and rise, comforted and hypnotized, bubbling up inside, fills my heart with butterflies. Wave tossed, I'm lost, so far from land. Infinity in the palm of my hand. Round the world in search of answers, to find it's the simple things. Lead me through uncharted waters to the isle of remembering. The horizon lies there waiting. All of nature is on display. Revel in the sheer perfection. Everything's gonna be okay. I sail away.
Sunshine at Midnight. Simple Things. And I can tell you that that is really, really, really fantastic. And we know that Leela has an amazing voice, and it's showcased on this song. Jenny asked, "How is she pulling off a Bowie sound?" I don't know, but she definitely is. That was something I think I kind of reminded me of. I think I'm also thinking maybe a little Alanis Morissette. Maybe. Not quite exactly, but it's in that ballpark, I think. Slick Terrio loves the poppy melodies, absolutely. And it is just it's a fairly simple arrangement. You got that kind of like drum loop that goes in the background, and then you have the guitar, and then you have the vocals. Sounds like a vocal double, which I think really helps to bring out the clarity of the voice, and makes it the centerpiece of the song, which it should be. And yeah, it was really nice. I think if they ever get around to doing a full like studio or professional, an actual recording in a DAW, like she was talking about, I think it's going to turn out really fantastic. But I think it's pretty good as it is, just like that. And again, the cover band, maybe is it becoming an originals band? I don't know. I hope so, because I love to hear, cover bands are good. Cover bands, here's the thing, I've always wanted to be the front person of a cover band, and the only reason I would want to do that is because it's good business. There's always a demand for that, and especially when things open back up, you can make a lot of money doing that. And there's not a lot of ways to make, I don't know about a lot of money, but you could make some pretty good money. And there's always an interest in that, and the audience really responds to it, I think. And if you want to do, if you want your work to be music, that may be something that you have to kind of look into or be a part of. So I'd like to do that, but I always prefer the originals, and so this was really cool, and I like the lyrics. I thought the lyrics were cool, and Pagansong says, nice. Jerry Gomes said, I would pay to see that. Me too. I think a lot of people would. So great stuff. Thank you very much, Leela and Sunshine at Midnight, for this very cool song. I hope you keep working on some original songs like that, because it's really good. And the more you do it, the better, even, that it'll get beyond that too. So, all right, awesome. We are going to now go to the man that's always happy, HappyRon. He sends us this one called The Drama Thing. So let's take a look and see what the situation is with this song. All right, so Ron says, you break up and decided to act maturely for a change. Well, I can say this song, probably, it's been a long time, but I don't think it describes me very well. I'll just leave it at that. And I think a lot of people struggle with doing that. So maybe HappyRon has some words of wisdom for us on how that can be achieved. I love this image. This imagery is great here. So this is The Drama Thing by HappyRon. Check it out.
Not gonna shout and call your names I can never take back. Not gonna drink and rant and rave about all the things you lack. 'Cause I'm not gonna do the drama thing. I'm not gonna do the drama thing. I could throw the memories into the fire and just watch them burn. But I'd rather remember the good things we did and all that we learned. 'Cause I'm not gonna do the drama thing. I'm not gonna do the drama thing. My friends all say now that you and me are through, I should just get back at you. But that's not what I'm gonna do. Not gonna wreck the love we had. Not gonna be a hater. Gonna find out what I really want and go back to being a player. 'Cause I'm not gonna do the drama thing. I'm not gonna do the drama thing. Welcome to life where we all get hurt. That is plain to see. So now it's time for moving on. Go back to being happy. 'Cause I'm not gonna do the drama thing. I'm not gonna do the drama thing. longer gonna do the drama thing.
Hey, that was HappyRon with the drama thing. And as ambulance or something goes by, I hope everybody's okay. Yeah, I definitely did not take HappyRon's advice in my life. I can tell you that. And all you have to do is go back to like 50% of my back catalog to see that. I'd have a lot less music if I didn't do the drama thing. So, while Ron has excellent advice and you're probably better off following it, I don't know. For me, wearing my emotions on my sleeve probably was more beneficial, at least to my creativity. Maybe not my sanity, but certainly my creativity. But that's a fantastic job there. HappyRon always has a positive outlook on things, and it's really, you have to admire it. It's really, but the song, of course, the music is just fantastic. It's got that blues, the piano is going, and that of course the upright bass always going on with HappyRon, and and his signature sort of vocal style, very like it's a very like the way I would describe it is very honest and very sincere delivery, which I think is really underscores kind of the message of the kind of music that Ron does. So great job. Thank you so much for that. HappyRon, a little happiness in our lives. We all need it for sure, and good advice to boot. Even if there's folks like me who just stubbornly refuse to ever follow it. Anyway, hello to 15th Bend. Welcome. Man, it's good to see somebody coming into the stream for once, because we got a lot of people leaving. I know it's late for some of you, but yeah. All right, we got a couple more songs to go, so if you can, stick around. Anyway, if not, there's always replay, I guess. So, Well-Known Strangers. Dan Ekberg has a old band, and we got to hear something from it last week, and we got another one this week. This is he did a cover, and I think many of you are familiar with this song. So we'll check this out and see what we got here. Let's see. There it is, Well-Known Strangers, and the strangers that we all know well. So this is a cover of Lives, Lightning Crashes, and so Dan says, a lot of people mentioned the band live when you played my old band's original song last week, so I thought I would send in our cover of Live's Lightning Crashes, recorded at the Spot recording studio in the middle of nowhere, Indiana. We recorded 4 songs to send out to book our first shows. So this is, again, going back in the days, before you had things like GarageBand on your iPad and stuff. You had to go and do the studio thing. So that's what the Well-Known Strangers, Dan Ekberg, decided to do. And let's take a listen to what they came up with on this track. So I'll bring this in SoundCloud again. So we're going to turn the autoplay off, and hopefully it respects our decision. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And yeah, let's give this a spin. This is Lightning Crashes, cover of Live by Dan Ekberg and the Well-Known Strangers.
Placenta falls to the floor. The angel opens her eyes. The confusion sets in before the doctor can even close the door. intentions fall to the floor. The angel closes her eyes. Confusion that was theirs belongs now to the baby down the hall.
There it is. Well-Known Strangers, cover of Lives, Lightning Crashes, certainly a popular song from the 90s, from right here in the state of Pennsylvania. Those guys, they're on the other side of the state, though, over in, I think, York is where they're from. Ed Kowalczyk, I think the guy's name is. Anyway, man, I'll say this. You nailed the vocals. That's for sure. The vocals are on point. Absolutely on point. Now maybe, if I were going to pick nits on this one, I don't know who all the people in the band were and stuff, but I think like it would have been better maybe if the guitars, like when the heavier part comes in, maybe had a little more distortion or something. I think that was I think that would have made it better. You know what I mean? Not that it's bad. It's very good. And of course, like, your vocal performance takes it a long way because you nailed the vocals. And that's like the most important part, especially with a well-known song like that, and they're not easy vocals to do. So that's really impressive. But I think the guitars kind of like all stayed the same tone the whole time. I just would have liked to have heard the distortion pedal come on at some point. Other than that, I think it was pretty good. Yeah. So fantastic. Awesome. And it's cool to hear like what people were doing back in the day. And I'm sure that was popular when performing and stuff. You know, we were just talking about cover bands and the popularity of cover bands, and you know, if you can do something like that live on stage, that's what you got to do. Because you know, as much as like I love to do original music, but people want to hear covers and stuff, and that's kind of where the money is. So that would have been popular, I'm sure. And it definitely, like Gorsium says here, takes you back to like high school dances and stuff. Absolutely. I don't know if this was. Yeah, I guess I would have been in high school when this came out, probably somewhere around there. But anyway, yeah. The main thing is the vocal performance, just really, really impressive. Yeah, very cool. Thank you so much for sending that in, Dan Eckberg. Again, it's just cool to see where people come from, where they started, where they're headed. All right, we just got a few more left to go. We're kind of winding things down here tonight. We got one from Pitchmaster. The Song of Creation Suite for Nightmare Universe intro. Let's take a look and see what the artist has to say about this. So let me find it. It's here somewhere. There it is. Just past there it is, right there. Cool. So Song of Creation Suite for Nightmare Universe intro. Hi, Thomas Christ. This is the Song of Creation Suite for Nightmare Universe. The new universe created in the previous suite of the Song of Creation is not as sweet and fun as anticipated. Created in GarageBand for iOS with voiceover copied and transposed, arpeggios, beat sequencer, and ominous chords were used in the creation of this song, an instrumental intro to Nightmare Universe, the fourth suite of the Song of Creation. Hope this finds you well. Cheers. All right, let's take a gander and listen to this. Let's see what we've got, and I think we're only going to be able to listen to about 2 minutes of it, so that's all right. Here we go. Cool. So let's listen to this. This is Omni Collective Creativity, Pitchmaster, Song of Creation, Suite 4, Nightmare Universe intro here on You Rock. All right, so that was Pitchmaster, the Song of Creation, Suite for Nightmare Universe intro. Yeah, that was really interesting. So I take it there was some use of the GarageBand sampler in there. That's always cool because I love samplers. I love samples. This stuff is fun, you know. And so there's this crazy melody that happens, and then that melody is then echoed with the, like, it's more of like a brass kind of a sound, but like with synth brass kind of a sound, and kind of a little bit little orchestral, but I thought it was interesting. I thought it was cool, and yeah, it's just different. It's very different from what you usually hear, and yeah, I thought it was kind of makes you wonder what's going to happen next. So go ahead and check it out. You can check that link out. I think I put it in there. Yeah, I did. Although I didn't hit save. Gotta hit save. There we go. So you can check that on out. Go ahead, go to this guy right here on the Collective Creativity. Dan Ekberg says cool. Pagansong says cool. Everybody says cool. On the Collective says used pitch shifting and sampling and copying and pasting tracks as usual. Very cool. So yeah, go check that. Go check the rest of that out over on the Collective Creativity channel, and check out the rest of what you got there, because that's sounding pretty cool, and definitely, as Tremor Bear says, very creative and artistic. I think that was well said. Well said, Tremor Bear. All right. And 2 more songs. So this next one we're gonna hear from this is Hippie's House Band featuring Kev Lynn music. One of these days, I think Kev sent this one in. Let me take a look and see. Let's see here what we got. There it is. All right, so it was actually Andy Dion sent this in, because I think he's involved with this one. So this is One of These Days, and this is what he has to say. This is our 9th original song. Is Hippie's House Band. This time we pick up Kev Lynn with our tour bus for our rock and roll road trip around Southern Florida. Song submitted by Andy Dion. There we go. Keyboards and tour bus driver. So Andy Dion, multiple instruments there. I know Andy Dion is a great guitar player, but I guess also a keyboard player as well. So that's cool. So let's take a listen to this and see what we got here from Andy Dion and company. So this is Hippie's House Band, Kev Lynn music with One of These Days here on You Rock.
Trying to find that bus stop. Where are you guys? Hey, I'm driving here. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll be there in 2 minutes. See you guys there.
What's that? He's alright, isn't he, boys? Wanna come with us? Nah, don't worry, it's just casual. We're just wearing pyjamas. Hey.
fun, no.
So there you go. That's Hippie's House Band featuring Kev Lynn music. One of these days. Man, that looked like a lot of fun to create that. Certainly a lot of talent. I recognize some of those folks from some other videos that we've had on the channel before. So it's always cool to see. Of course, Andy Dion. But I think there's a few other folks in there that I've seen before. And yeah, you can see the talent is just phenomenal from all of those folks. And you know, they put a lot of work into the video, and that's clear. Put a lot of thought into it, and I think that's really cool. So the whole thing is about, you know, it's about 7 minutes 30 seconds. They didn't want to play the whole thing. I think that's probably why. But you can go over and check out the rest of that on the channel. I posted the link down below, so go ahead and give that a listen. It looked sounded like a lot of talented folks. I think I heard a British accent in there, so maybe a little bit of international collaboration going on there. I'm not too sure, but that's really impressive, really good, great stuff. Thanks for sending that in. Kev Lynn and Andy Dion and the rest. Very, very cool. Very awesome. All right, so that was our penultimate track, as Pete Johns likes to say. We're gonna finish up though with glad the Wolfstone Studio is still, you know, we're 2 hours 48 minutes into this thing, and Wolfstone is still here, and hopefully one or two other people still here, because we got a very special track that I'm gonna close with tonight. And I talked about it at the beginning that that we had a song from that we heard on the last show, and that was actually from Michel, aka Zland. Now we have a version of that song with Wolfstone Studio, so Ron and Jenny over at Wolfstone Studio, and this track called Ernest Demand. So we got a little bit of a hint that this was coming. Hey, Kim Harden Hudson still lurking. Very cool, and Wolfstone's still here. So let's find out about how this all came together. What led to this collaboration and confabulation. I'm just making words up at this point. Between Wolfstone Studio and Michel, aka Zland, for this track, Ernest Demand. So they say, hi Thomas, on your last You Rock show, you played this instrumental dance song by Michel, aka Zland. I played this song over and over, then I started making up some words, and the next thing you know, I put vocals on it. How cool. Michel then put a new video together, and that's how we collaborated. I really enjoyed doing this. All I can say is turn up the volume and dance like Ernest Demand. So we're going to do exactly that, and we're going to check this out and see how this turned out, because it sounds like a really cool collaboration. All right, so let's bring it up here. This is Ernest Demand by Michel, aka Zland, and featuring Ron and Jenny from Wolfstone Studios with for lyrics and vocals here on You Rock to close us out on episode 20.
Run, run, baby, run. Run to see who we are seeing. Let's follow, it's gonna be fun. He's ready for some grooving. moves are harder than a fire. Make it louder 'cause we want more. It's showtime, game on. Want to dance like Ernest Go, go, baby, go. Don't put your new high heels on. Don't want to miss all the action. Get close to feel the passion. All eyes on Ernest to feel the beat out there tonight. Man, he's flying on the dance floor out. His moves are harder than a fire. Make it louder 'cause we want more. It's showtime, come on. Want to dance like Ernest Run, run, baby, run. Run, run, baby, run. Run to see who we are seeing. Let's follow, it's gonna be fun. He's ready for some grooving. All eyes on Ernest Demont. It's showtime, game on. Want to dance like a the showtime game on. Want to dance like Ernest
Oh, the train's coming in. Train's coming in right on time here. So thank you so much for that, Ernest Demand, like you've never heard it before, with vocals from Ron and Jenny. You gotta love this train. I don't know if you can hear this. It's definitely getting picked up on the microphone a little bit. Anyway, the train is excited because of how great that collaboration was. That just went so perfectly with it, and I can hear why you wanted it to have these vocals, because it works really well. Dan Eckberg says, this is so good. Kim Harden Hudson says, that was jam, nice. Just Hermer Bear just gives it the fire, and it was fire. So you took a track, it was already a great track, and made it even better with the addition of these vocals that just went perfectly with it. That chorus is reminding me of something, and I can't think of what it is, but it reminded me of something, and I don't know what it is. It's probably a little too late in the night for me to to go through my mental Rolodex and figure out what song that was that it reminded me of. But yeah, very, very, very cool, very awesome. So thank you so much for sending that in, and it's so awesome to see people working together, collaborating, and yeah, it's very cool. All right, so that's gonna do it for this episode 20 of You Rock. I do want to remind you, Pete Johns is doing a show tomorrow morning on Studio Live Today channel. So just look up Studio Live Today, and you'll be able to see Jade Star and Pete Johns. It's very early in the morning for us here in the United States, so you may have to catch the replay. But they're doing a creator town hall together, so then they had to show up. The bots had to show up. Oh, great. Yeah, they waited till the very end of the show. We almost made it. Anyway, so bye, bots. But anyway, so Pete Johns doing that with Jade Star tomorrow morning, Creator Town Hall. So check that on out. And then, of course, Jade's got an interview later in the afternoon. And that's over on the How to App on iOS channel. So you'll want to check that out. And then tomorrow evening, Ron Ward, Homegrown Indie Live. Just look that up, and you'll be able to find Ron Ward's channel. And he does a show kind of like this one, and he plays your music. So that's very cool. I'll probably be over there at least for a little bit. And then on Friday, Pete Johns, Studio Live Today, has his fantastic YML show, Your Music Live. It's really cool. Again, kind of similar to this, but he plays a lot of songs in a shorter period of time, so that gives you maybe a better, instead of playing the whole song, just plays parts of the song, and so you can check that out. That's on Friday starts at 3 p.m. Eastern over on the Studio Live Today channel. And then, guess what? I'll be back right after that show ends. Usually it ends up being around... I think I'm going to make it 5:30 this week. I think I'm just going to keep it simple and make it 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be back. Thomas Christ Live. And so if you haven't seen that, it's very different from this show. I perform my own music and I do it live. And I have no idea what I'm going to be doing yet, but I'll figure that out between now and then. So be sure to come back and see me again on Friday, and I'll have something cool for you on Thomas Christ Live. So that's what's coming up around the internets that you should be aware of. So thank you once again for all of you for being here. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate and you sending your music in. By the way, next show will be, of course, next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Send your songs in bit.ly/YouRockSubmit. That way you can get your song played on the next episode of this very show, episode 21, which will be coming up next week. So thank you all once again. You all are rock. You all are fantastic. I love y'all, and have a great rest of your day or evening or whatever it is where you are. And as always, as I always say, remember to keep rocking. So I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.